In the field of high-speed rail, China has always been a global leader. China's high-speed rail not only crisscrosses its domestic network, but also exports its advanced trains to more than 100 countries and regions around the world. In October 2023, Bulgaria announced a high-speed rail project with a total value of up to $650 million, and the news quickly attracted the attention of more than 30 companies around the world. In this fierce bidding, China is expected to win the contract. But surprisingly, a few months later, Bulgaria suddenly excluded Chinese companies, and the project was eventually cancelled. So, what exactly caused Bulgaria to make such a decision? Bulgaria is a country located in southeastern Europe with a land area of 110,371 square kilometers, a population of about 6.927 million, and a per capita land area of about 15,900 square meters. This shows that Bulgaria has a low land utilization rate. To complicate matters, due to the vast land area, the connection between cities is not close, which further reduces the efficiency of industrial transportation. For example, Bulgaria's total annual freight volume is about 100 million tons, of which more than 85% of the goods are transported by land. Although land transportation is very popular, about 50% to 70% of Bulgaria's trains are still products of the last century. Their mechanical parts have long been worn out, and the electrical system seems to be unable to cope with the situation. The remaining 30% to 50% of trains are relatively modern. Most of these trains were introduced in the early 21st century. They have advanced mechanical and electrical systems, which are not only stable in operation, but also energy efficient and environmentally friendly. However, due to their limited number, these modern trains can hardly meet the growing transportation needs. In order to activate the domestic market, improve industrial transportation efficiency, and promote the effective use of land, Bulgaria urgently needs to carry out large-scale upgrades and renovations of its land transportation system. Over the past few decades, Bulgaria has focused heavily on economic development. As a result, its progress in the field of machinery industry, especially train manufacturing, is still lagging behind. Therefore, Bulgaria can only improve its transportation environment by cooperating with other countries. In December 2023, Bulgaria announced an investment of $650 million to launch a project involving 20 electric trains, 15 years of maintenance services and staff training. The news quickly attracted widespread attention around the world, attracting more than 30 companies to participate in the bidding. In this fierce competition, China's CRRC stood out with an offer of $350 million. This quotation is not only nearly 50% lower than the Spanish locomotive manufacturer Talgo, but is even about 47% lower than the expected price of the Bulgarian railways. It is obvious that choosing the lower-cost Chinese high-speed rail solution can significantly save Bulgaria money. Surprisingly, in March 2024, Bulgaria suddenly excluded CRRC from the bidding list. So why was the Chinese company knocked out after making such a competitive offer? After in-depth investigation, we found that the EU has shown unprecedented caution and nervousness in dealing with competition in China's automobile and railway industries. In order to protect local market interests, the EU has introduced a series of policies in recent years to restrict the competitiveness of Chinese companies. Among them, the foreign subsidy regulations that will take effect in July 2023 are particularly eye-catching. According to this regulation, when the annual operating volume of the relevant enterprise exceeds €500 million, and the cumulative financial subsidies received from third countries in the past 3 years exceed €50 million, its acquisitions within the EU need to be declared in advance. In addition, Companies that participate in bidding projects with a total value of more than €250 million must also notify the EU of the public bidding they participated in if they have received financial subsidies from third countries of more than €4 million in the past 3 years. This provision was specifically reflected in CRRC's offer for the Bulgarian railway project. CRRC's offer was far lower than the estimated cost of the Bulgarian railways and even lower than the offer of its competitor, the Spanish locomotive manufacturer Talgo. This unbelievably low price has caused deep doubts in the EU. How was such an offer made? Did Chinese companies receive huge subsidies from the government? Based on these doubts, the EU launched an investigation into the foreign subsidies regulation on Qingdao Xifang, a subsidiary of CRRC, at the beginning of this year. According to the European Commission, the preliminary review results showed that Qingdao Xifang may have received foreign subsidies that would disrupt competition in the EU internal market. This finding led the EU to decide to conduct a comprehensive investigation, which not only involves CRRC's financial support for Qingdao Xifang, but also includes whether these subsidies have enabled Qingdao Xifang to obtain improper benefits during the bidding process, thereby depriving other companies of potential sales opportunities in public procurement procedures. Although CRRC quickly notified its transaction with the Bulgarian Ministry of Transport and Communications, Bulgaria was ultimately forced to exclude CRRC from the bidding list due to its tight funds and reliance on EU financial support. It is worth noting that this is not the first time that the EU has investigated and controlled China in key industries. In March 2023, the President of the European Commission made it clear in a speech that China's low-priced electric vehicles are rapidly occupying the global market. These cars are artificially low in price due to government subsidies, which seriously distorts fair competition in the European market. She stressed that the EU will take resolute measures to prevent malicious competition and safeguard its own interests. So, after excluding China from the project, who did Bulgaria choose to cooperate with? According to my investigation, after excluding China, Bulgaria chose to cooperate with Talgo in Spain. Talgo has a history of nearly 80 years. It not only focuses on train design and manufacturing, but also provides customized maintenance services for railway operators in various countries. With its excellent product quality and high reliability, Talgo has won wide acclaim from global customers in recent years. But when Bulgaria was looking forward to the start of the project, in April 2024, Talgo suddenly announced that it could no longer support the completion of the project. This statement brought a major setback to Bulgaria's train renewal plan. However, from another perspective, Bulgaria should perhaps be grateful. Talgo was frank about its limitations at the beginning of the project, rather than revealing the problem halfway through the project. If Talgo chose to conceal the problem and wait until the project was halfway through to inform Bulgaria, it could have led to more serious consequences, not only causing huge economic losses but also wasting a lot of valuable time.